Cut out the jibber jabber. Don't be babbling like a fool. Say what you got to say. That's all. Then shut your dang pie hole.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. It is Tuesday. It is November 1st. 1 week until the elections, election date, I guess you could say legitimately. Oh no, we don't want to say that. Don't use that word. I see. Historically, yeah, we vote on Tuesday. Now, hey, vote early, vote often, leftists. Well, the people are voting, folks, with their feet. They're doing that with businesses. They're doing it with their voting as far as what candidate. They're walking away from woke corporations, and they're walking away from these radical, crazy leftists. But not far enough, not fast enough. Now, what has been absent in the news lately? Could it be the Ukraine-Russia war? Backed, right, by the United States, NATO, and Great Britain. Yeah, that hasn't been in the news a lot. Over the weekend, I read some pieces describing how Ukraine is kicking the stuffings out of those wascally Russians, and how the Russians, don't have any support domestically, and it's interesting. Again, I'm not voting for Putin. I vote for freedom. I vote for liberty. I vote for truth. I vote for justice. I vote for, hey, how about this one? Reality. All right. So what's going on over there? We were told that Ukraine's winning. Well, yeah, folks, when you win a fight, usually you still come away with black eye, bruises, scraped up, right? Either when you win, you still kind of lose. Sometimes you still lose big. So we're told, yeah, everything's just great, just peachy, good job. But I wanted to say, hey, look, why is it that Kiev is in the dark, from Russian bombs? Why is that happening? Well, because Russia is lobbying, folks. Not lobbying, but lobbying. And it is hitting the targets. It's causing the problems. So Zelenskyy and Biden decided they would have a call. Now, once again, unlike knowing what the discussion will be and the outcome predetermined, like an intelligent leader would have, these idiots go at it cold turkey, right? You have a phone call to finalize negotiations. You don't have a phone call to start negotiations, right? You don't hear Putin, that he got on a phone call with Zelenskyy and they had it out on the phone. No, Putin says, look, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, let's have a sit down. These are the things we're going to discuss. And Zelenskyy, of course, turns it down. We're not doing that. We'll never give up. We'll never quit. And Putin's advisors are like, yep, that's right. And so you won't get to talk to Putin. You don't get to talk to him until everything is settled and everything is agreed upon and it's well understood. Now, back to the Biden-Zelenskyy discussion. Yeah, they didn't have everything hammered out already. They decided to have the phone call. And Zelenskyy continued to whine and snivel and whine about what? What does he want? More money. Well, first off, the United States of America is giving them $1.5 billion in cash money. Well, let's see, let's do the math on this. If we've given them $100 billion so far in cash and aid, and they've been fighting the war for, a year? Let's just call it a year. 100 by 12, that's more like $8 billion a month. And that's just the money they're telling us about. That's just that's just what they're admitting to. There's a big difference between 1.5 and 8. So, we're giving a lot more than that on average. I guess maybe that first 60 or $50 billion in, a balloon payment doesn't count. Back to what is occurring with these morons. Zelensky's whining and sniveling. Well, why is he whining and sniveling? Well, because they have, they're only getting $1.5 billion from the U.S. a month. Folks, what I could do with $1.5 billion, what you could, what any of us could, $1.5 billion a month. He says, well, we have a $5 billion deficit. Funny how they know the Ukraine equivalent to U.S. dollars so well. Yeah, he can do that math in his head pretty damn quick, huh? Yeah, you've got a $5 billion deficit. Could it be because breakaway republics on the eastern border are no longer Ukraine, right? Donetsk, Luhansk, Zaporizhia, right? They're no longer part of Ukraine. Adjust your budget, fuckstick. You don't get to count that money anymore. It is not yours. Let's see. Yeah, and if you're not, you're fighting a war. I get it. But guess what? In a war, you don't get to collect taxes the way you normally do. In a war, when it's in your country, you're not going to be seeing the same gross domestic product, are you? No, you're not. People don't work as hard because they're running for their lives. And guess what, folks? The other part of that? I mean, what's the first thing Obama cancels? First thing Obama cancels? Police. Close the parks, because that's where all the money's really being spent by the government, right? In the parks, for the police. They get rid of public services. Well, are you telling me that Ukraine can't cancel their public services? Are you telling me that the parks are all open there? Are you telling me that the Ukraine government is providing massive social services and public works for the people? I doubt it. I strongly doubt it. And now, Zelensky's getting his ass kicked. Russian bombs are raining down on military and government targets. So it's causing damage that they're going to have to repair now. Damage that wasn't occurring when the fighting was in formerly eastern Ukraine areas. Well, he had to piss off Russia. He had to go and start bombing their infrastructure and attacking them on their soil. So he's like, all right, the fight is now leaving eastern Ukraine, and it's going to meet you in your capital city, Kiev. We're going to bomb your shit, bomb your infrastructure, bomb your military, and your power is going out, and we're hurting you. Right? Finally, Ukraine is feeling the pain of war in more than just breakaway republics saying, you know what, we're tired of being murdered and slaughtered by your Nazi battalion. Literal Nazi battalions. So Zelenskyy, folks. Zelenskyy is whining to the president. And he finally pissed off old Joe, who couldn't keep his shit together. And he said, hey, show a little gratitude, huh? Yeah, Zelenskyy. Now, all this punk has done is stood in front of cameras and cried to the world about how everyone needs to support him with money and military weaponry so he can fight against Russia. Yeah, it's a fight you picked, you little jackass. It's a fight he had to pick. Oh, yeah, wait. We want more money because I got to go on vacation in Italy again. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Zelenskyy, while his people were fighting and dying, was on vacation in an incredibly expensive Italian bed and breakfast, right? How about this? Did he fly there on in a military plane sitting in a cargo net? No, I'm sure someone sent a private jet for him, and he burned lots of carbon to get there while his people were fighting and dying and getting their asses kicked and kicking some ass, etc., etc. Everyone else is giving literal blood, sweat, and tears while the little punk is eating fine food on the Riviera. But he wants more money. We need more money. Adjust your budget, little turd. Right? How about if you close a few parks? You know, that's what Obama would do. Unbelievable, folks. He's so bad. This game is so bad that he pissed off Joe. Joe probably didn't know that he was talking to Zelenskyy and that this is all, hey, whatever Zelenskyy wants, you give it to him, Joe. He started acting like tired grandpa. He's like, hey, you rotten kids, I'm getting tired over here and I want some applesauce. And you're making me mad, asking for my money. As if Joe Biden knows the difference between his money, which is who knows how many billions, right, locked away in bank accounts. You know, the big guy gets his 10%. Yeah, if he, like, you know, he probably thinks that he personally is giving his money. It's probably what's in his head, right, that he's giving his money to Zelenskyy. He's like, you impetuous punk. How dare you ask me for more money? I've been giving you a good allowance. And that's really, you know, it looks like Zelenskyy looks like Oliver Twist. Please, can I have another bowl of porridge? But yeah, Zelenskyy, he is a impetuous little boy. He is just a little turkey out there demanding the world pay for his war. This is what happens when the CIA puts puppets in charge, right? Oh, he's such a good little dictator. Oh, my God. Folks, their story is falling apart. The American people don't want to pay for this war. They're not buying this war. They don't see this war as doing us any good. Has it? What has it done? It has caused oil prices to go up. It's caused a shortage in fertilizer, and fertilizer prices to spike. It's caused inflation to get worse. Why? Because the U.S., NATO, and England demanded, right, and threatened that they were going to put military bases in Ukraine against their word and their agreement years and years and years and years ago to Russia that they wouldn't do that. And here we are. This could explode one way or another. This really could. This could explode one way or another. Are you prepared? Are you prepared for what's coming next with these ding-dongs? If they really need to get more money and more support for Ukraine to cause the American people and the people of the world in general to be fearful and upset and angry, yeah, something really bad could happen. A nuclear device detonated in Ukraine and blamed on Russia. So Zelenskyy could say, see, we told you this was going to happen. If we had just been stronger, it would have deterred Russia from doing this. Right? Mark my words, the potential for that exists. Folks, chance favors the prepared mind. Is yours. Godspeed, Semper Fi.